Welcome everyone to, I'm not really sure what to call this video. It's basically the best tools that you could use to shape, I'm guessing. I'll think of a proper title when I come to upload it. So I'm going to go through, this is the first part of the video. Second part I will go through in much more detail on how to actually use everything here. And okay, so I've lost the part from my tripod, so I can't actually have it like up here, so I need to hold it. So it's quite annoying, so I need to get a new tripod. Anyway, so these are all the tools I use to shape. Near enough every single model you've seen me make, I've used at least one of these in one of those models in some format. So we're basically going to start off with blue tack. Now, funny enough, when I mention this to my friends who aren't in the UK, they have no idea what blue tack is, and it's this soft, sticky substance that's easily shapeable, so you can roll it out to whatever shape you desire. There, it's in focus. It's sticky as well. It breaks apart easily. It stretches, so it is very useful for making eyes and insects. So, like the eyes on this mantis. See how they're all puffed out? Basically, you get blue tack, you roll it into a ball that would be a good size for an eye, and then you open up the paper, plop this in, close it back up, and you've formed two eyes. So blue tack is really handy, and if you don't know, I used a lot of blue tack on Robert Lang's cactus. I will show how I used that in the next video. So that would be a good little guess to how I would go about using something like this in a cactus. It doesn't get seen, so where could I possibly use this in Robert Lang's cactus? I will show you tomorrow. So I'll leave that back there. Now, second of all, you've probably already seen me use these in countless videos. I use them all the time. They are cake / pastry tools. So go in a cake shop, or even search online cake shops, and they are, so it's better focus. So basically what I use these for is gluing. I originally used a paintbrush, but when I started to realise that I needed to be more precise, I was doing more complex things, so I needed more precision when I glued. So this is what I use. It's a really, I'm not really too sure what to describe the tool, but I've always used it and it's always worked perfectly. And it's so much easier to control the glue because you just need to put a bit of glue on, it will automatically stick to it, and then you just go to the paper, brush it on, get more. So it's very easy to control the amount of glue. If you get a brush and then dunk it in glue, you have no idea how much glue is in that brush. You can only see what's on the outside. So I have complete control of how much glue I can add, and then paste it to the models. So again, these are also really good for folding as well, especially like on sinks, or when you sink something in, you need to make it precise so the lines are being used correctly. So you can easily insert this tool, score on the lines, then you're sorted. These are highly recommended. You get these, or anything that you can get like this that has a wee point, or something of a small edge. Something in general like this will be so much good. So much. It will be so good in the long run of your folding to have one of these. So I would recommend find these, or something like it. And second of all, we have this tool. What is this tool? Basically, it's the same as this one, but because the point, let me try and focus in on it. Because the point, there we go. Because the point is a ball head, it is so much tinier than this one. So what I use this for is even more precision gluing. If I need to add glue into a tiny pocket somewhere in the model where this is too big to do it, then this is where this comes in handy. This is where this gets used, and it does the job exactly as how I wanted. So that's what they're for. And you probably already know what these are. Tweezers. Super handy for folding as well. Any set of tweezers will work. I mean, these and these are your bread and butter and folding. For me it is, at least. They are a great combination. For, pardon me, if you saw my videos where I shaped the scales on my Eugene, these are what I used. And I could not have done it without these. I couldn't have done it as good without these, so pardon me, I just ate, so I've got a lot of gas. So yeah, the tweezers and these wee tools are a great combination for many things. Now if we move on to the pegs, where's the big one? Oh, there's the... Let's set that out. So we have miniature pegs, wee tiny ones. These are super handy as well. I mostly use these for when I collapse. I don't really do these for shaping because I've always noticed that they can leave slight indents where the flat bit is. This part right here, they can leave a little indent on the paper, so unless you want to have an indent, then you can use these. But I will show you a trick to not have any indent when you use these or any sort of pegs in the next video. So I'm just giving a brief explanation on what I use, and then in detail more tips and tricks and secrets. Oh, I could call the video Secrets Origami Origami Shaping Secrets Part 1. That would be good. I'm going to call it that. So anyway, we have small pegs, and I've got a lot of small pegs. I think these are really cheap as well, and they're so handy as well. They are so useful for shaping and collapsing. I use these a lot in collapsing as well, so get your hands on pegs. And again, bigger pegs, more strength to hold more layers. I used bigger pegs on lots of models. The one you've probably seen recently is Kota's lobster, where so many layers I had to peg all the layers in the body. So these are super strong pegs. Again, they come in really handy. Also, these massive pegs, I've never used these. I've not had any intentions of using these, so I got I think two or three I've got, but I've not really had a use for these. So again, they could come in handy, but I've never had to use it yet. So we've covered blue tack, shaping tools, glue for gluing as well, tweezers, pegs, small, medium and large, bunch there, and wire. We have lots of wire. Now this isn't just any type of wire. This is called malleable wire, and what that means is, let me just show you. You think that a normal wire, this is rock solid, but if I just go there, without any effort it bends, and it's super soft. That's why it's called malleable, because it's very easy to adjust position, change the shape in any way or form. If I could just squeeze it, like that. So basically it can go into any position you want. Again, I will go into this in much more detail in the next video. So this is super handy to get, and it also comes in different sizes and different thicknesses. No, mostly thicknesses, not sizes, because they all come in a row like this, and you've got quite a lot of wire. So this will last you quite a while. So we have sort of medium thin wire, then we have again really thin wire as well. We also have much heavy duty wire. Now this is the wire I basically first had. Now I used a few of these strands inside the Origami body. So if you've seen the tutorial, the part where I glue the body, I cut off about two or three of these, the same length of the body, and then glued them inside. So that gave me a lot of freedom in shaping the body. So this is a much more stiffer wire. It's malleable, but it's a lot stiffer. And the same again here. This is even thicker, and it's still super soft. I can just, whatever way I want, I can bend it, and it's super useful. So this comes in super handy, and also we have it in different forms. So this is round, and this is straight. So let me just try and get a wee bit out. And it's so annoying when I'm recording with one hand and I can't use the other properly. So this is, let me zoom in. Try and get it in focus. There. So this is super thin wire, and the same again. If I just bend it, it holds its position. Now I use this in Cota's lobster. If you don't already know, if you've not already seen the video, go watch it where I make Cota's lobster, the full time lapse. I use this in that model quite a few times, so it is extremely useful. Again, I will go through why I use this in his lobster and why I used wire in Ryujin. So I will explain all that in the next video. We also, let me just show you this. So let's look at the Phoenix on Spider-Man. Now if you can not already tell, how I see staying around his neck, well, if we zoom in, there's a super thin bit of wire that has been, I can't really get in focus with this lens. I'm using my default lens because it can zoom better. So there's a tiny bit of wire just around his leg, if you can see it, right here. So it's also very useful for shaping, because now I can attach that. If you look at it from far, it's harder to see the wire. It also holds the position really nicely as well. A good thumbnail that? Nah. Anyway. And then we have this stuff. We have real cloud from the skies above that I went and took this. No, I'm only joking. This is cotton wool. Super soft. Super spongy. Again, I'll rip it on the floor because it does make a mess. So it's easily rippable. It does make a mess, so when you use this, it's best to try and be precise as possible so you don't make any excess mess that could ruin the model. So what I use this for is stuffing inside models. So let me show you. Again, I'm going to go with these two. We have Sophia's Madness and Kamiya's Tree Frog. Now, where could I have used cotton wool inside this model? And the correct answer is in the body, right here. So if I push this body, it bounces back up. So that's why it's filled with cotton wool. Again, I will explain why I use cotton wool on this model in the next video. So it gives it a much more 3D effect, which is really handy for models like this. And the same again with Kamiya's Tree Frog. We have cotton wool on the inside of the body. So if I give a wee squish, it bounces back. So it really does help. That could be a good thumbnail. It really does help to give that 3D effect that a model craves. And last but not least, the glue. Now, this isn't a secret to what glue I use. It's mentioned in many videos. The glue I use is Titebond II extend wood glue. And it's a slower setting glue, so it's a slower speed of set. Ah, there we go. Slower speed of set. You don't really need to worry about the other ones, but this is the glue I have used in every single model that you have seen me make over the years. Every single model has this in it, and it is extraordinarily good. I've had no reason to change glue, and this does the job. So that's what I use, and I've started to use this as well, Elmer's washable clear glue, because it helps to reduce glue stains. But when you use tools like this to precision glue, the wee tools like this, you shouldn't have any glue stains anyway, so it's all about taking your time when you shape with glue. And this mixed with MC is really good as well. That's a really good trick to shaping. Again, I'll go over all of this in the next video. Hopefully I can find, so the time I'm recording this, the day I'm going to upload, so hopefully I can find the part by tomorrow. I can get it done by tomorrow. If I can't, I'll need to try and find the part, because I really don't want to hold this camera for like an hour and you can hear all those rattling noises with the things at the side. But yeah, that is basically it. I'm going to stand up and quickly go over everything again. So what we have is glue tack. Definitely get yourself some of that. The cake decorating tools, which are so handy. Other pointed tools for precision gluing. We have our tweezers, our small, medium and large pegs. We have our wire, our curved malleable wire and our curved straight wire. We have the cotton wool, which is inside that body, and we also have the glue. So basically this is the perfect setup for me for shaping. Everything you need is right here, so it's well worth the investment. It shouldn't cost too much to buy this, maybe even under £100. What's that in dollars, like $120? Nah, it shouldn't even be that much. I would say like £60, maybe $80 for all this, and you're good to go. It will last for years, trust me. That is well worth it. Anyway, that is this part done. Part 1 of Origami Secret, what was I going to call it there? Origami Shaping Secrets, part 1. That is it. So I will see you all in part 2.